Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about one stock that I think is going to be the next Palantir. This is a very attractive stock at a very attractive price. It's a very early time to get into this great company, so if you guys do enjoy this video and me telling you about it this early, be sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I'd very much appreciate it. We just hit 600 subscribers very fast. We're on the way to 700 subscribers as well. Thank you guys so much, and let's get right into it. So the stock we're here to talk about today is ticker symbol BBAI. This is Big Bear AI Technologies. Funny name from this company. They're $7.51 right now. If we look at the past 3 months, this company has been pretty volatile. It's dropped below $5. It's gone above, just about $8. Their 52-week high is $10. 52-week low we see right here is $1.48. So this company is fluctuating very heavily on the price side. So their market cap is almost $3 billion. Their PE ratio is negative. I'm not worried about this. This company isn't losing money. It's interesting that their PE ratio is negative. Their balance sheet is negative, but they're actually not losing money. This earnings, not worried about this either. Let's get right into why I believe in this company. So first off, Big Bear AI and Palantir have announced a strategic partnership combining AI-powered products with next-generation operating platform. I should have explained this earlier. If you guys don't know, Big Bear technology, basically what it does is it's a data-driven decision dominance and advanced analytics that provides its customers with a competitive advantage in a world driven by data that is growing in terms of basically what they do is they, like it says right here, intelligence and machine learning at scale through its end-to-end data analytics platform. It deploys its observe, orient, and dominant products to customers throughout the defense. They have facial recognition software that Palantir has partnered with them. I thought they were going to say that through that slur of words. They have facial recognition software that Palantir has now partnered with them in. They also believe in it, and they've actually gotten some government contracts, BBAI. So I'm very, very bullish in that front for them. If we read through this article right here, we see as part of the integrated product offering, Palantir's Foundry platform will be integrated with Big Bear's AI's Observe, Orient, and Dominant products, creating powerful machine learning extensions for the Palantir ecosystem that will provide global data collection, generate actionable insights, yada, yada, yada. So we see that this partnership is very important because if you guys don't know what Palantir is, you probably do if you're watching this video. Palantir is a company that just exploded. They're at $185 right now, but what they were at, earlier this year, they actually hit 190. So this company has a 52-week high of 190, a 52-week low of 40. I actually owned this company a while ago for $20 and sold it once it hit like 120, I think. I mean, if you look at just in the past 5 years, this company was trading for under $10 for a little bit, just at the $5 mark for a little bit here. So very impressive what this company has been able to do. And we look at their all-time, this company's barely been around for 5 years. It really hasn't even been that long. And what I wanted to show you guys is that this company, they initially jumped off IPO, and then they dropped for a long time. Growth rates slowed, and then they began to pick back up. That happens with a lot of great companies. BBAI, on the other hand, we look at this company, look at how new this company is. They've only been around since 2021. They're not even 5 years old. They had initially a drop and then initially a rise, very volatile. People were seeing where to price it. A slow in the growth rates. It slowed down a lot. This company dropped below $1. They were in fear of not even being posted on the New York Stock Exchange. And now they're rising again. This time it seems like they have a lot of backing to their rise. The fact that they have a deal with Palantir, let's look at Palantir's market cap just to show you guys the kind of backing that BBAI has now. They have a $440 billion market cap, a PE ratio of 610. I don't think that's entirely true, but it is pretty close to that. Palantir is expensive for sure. Buying Palantir right now is not in my cards, but I think if you see a vision in that, then definitely do it. But BBAI having a partnership with Palantir shows that they are a great company. Palantir is so expensive because of the government defense contracts that they've gotten. I also wanted to, usually I don't like to do this, but there's a Reddit post here, why they're bullish for BBAI. This is by SureGrowth8973. Usually I don't like to look at Reddit for my DD. But he brought up a lot of really good points here. So the company plays an active role in the artificial intelligence and defense sector. The artificial intelligence sector is constantly growing every day and every week. And in addition, states are increasing their defense budgets due to geopolitical tensions. That is how BBAI is going to make money, is government contracts. That's how Palantir makes money. Palantir has a $400 billion market cap. $400 billion. This company has a 2.78. And I think Is this company going to have an $100 billion market cap one day? I think it's very much possible. I really do think it is very possible that this company has an $100 billion market cap, and that would require them to almost 50x. So you could 50x. You put $10 in this company, it could be 500. I'm willing to take that risk. I might throw $10 in here maybe. I think that's a very smart thing to do when it comes to these kind of companies. So companies like BlackRock, Vanguard, Goldman Sachs, etc. still hold BBAI positions. These are some big names that are believing in BBAI. Also, BBAI is investing heavily in R&D. This makes the balance sheet negative, like I was talking about earlier, but investing in R&D represents the future of the company, so it's positive. I also agree with that. We do see that, around 2026, 2027, I think that also the balance sheet will turn positive. And when balance sheets turn positives, those are big momentum drivers for these companies. SoFi, for example, had a negative balance sheet for a very long time. Okay, they haven't even been a company for 5 years, but when their balance sheet was negative, this was a company nobody wanted to own. They were $4, they were $5, they had a negative balance sheet. Soon as that balance sheet flipped, you see they were $6. Soon as it flipped positive, that $6 overnight almost turned into $17, and now we are where we are today with a $28 stock that has a 52-week high of $30. So definitely those negative balance sheets, it's risky to invest in a company that's negative, but at the same time, if you see the vision and you see that, okay, they're heading in the right direction, it's probably not that bad of an idea to get in while they're negative. Market cap is 1.5 billion to 2 billion. It's actually more now. This market cap seems quite low if we compare it with Big Bear, Palantir. Big Bear should be worth 1/5. I'm not sure what that kind of. I think that it is very doable that Big Bear can do a fifth of Palantir's business. I think that's very true, and I would love to see that happen. I think that it is going to happen pretty soon here. The total number of shares, 291 million. If we look at companies in similar sectors, this number of shares is quite low. Big Bear may split when its price reaches 25 to 30. After the split, number of shares in our hands increases and creates more positive situation for a new investor. I agree with that as well. So I like this guy. Obviously, it's in the BBAI sub, so he's going to be very bullish. That's just how it is. But a lot of these are real points. These are just facts right here. In recent weeks, it's received contracts from many major airports and the United Arab Emirates. This means that BBAI will be making more noise in these markets. It is also a sign it can receive more contracts from both the U.S. and other countries. So this is not exclusively a U.S. stock. They're not only going to help the U.S. They're going to get a big deal with someone. I mean, obviously, if their product works and what they're doing, people are, or it's actually doing what it's supposed to say, like it is. They literally partnered with Palantir, one of the biggest defense, companies out there. BBAI is going to be a great company. The company values the wishes of its investors. I'm not worried about that. High momentum, high volume. It has more than 700 employees, and 90% of them are qualified. Not sure. The Fed will soon lower interest rates, and a large amount of money in deposits will come to the stock exchanges while BBAI stock attracts so much attention. So I'm not really worried about those last points. I think these first five, or these first four, or these first three, to say the least, were very good points. But I do appreciate that guy's input, and I think that BBAI, I mean, the deals that they have with these airports, they're going to get more government deals. That's just what happens. Palantir versus BBAI, the better AI defense stock to bet on. So people are making articles about saying which one's better, Palantir, which has a market cap of 300 billion plus, or BBAI, which has not even a $3 billion market cap. Which one's the better one to invest in? That's good to see. And I think that BBAI is very small, and this is a perfect time to get in. I wouldn't say throw your whole portfolio at BBAI, but if you have, $20 laying around, or $100, or a couple thousand, it's all relative to your income, your situation, what you want to invest, then I'd say definitely I would not be scared to, maybe throw a couple, maybe 20, 50, $100 into this stock. I wouldn't be scared to do that. I think that definitely a $30 billion market cap is doable for a company like this, and I think that would be a 10x on your investment. And I think that throwing $100 to this company is very doable. This is going to be one that probably does pretty well. I'm probably going to invest a couple $100 in here, over the next couple of days. Maybe this is a loser. If it is, so be it. I'm not really worried about it. I think I can also dollar cost average down. This is one that I believe in for the long term. I think that this is an idea that people have been trying to act on for years, the facial recognition technology. No one's gotten it quite as advanced to the point where BBAI has it, but people have gotten close, definitely. I mean, we've seen that with, Face ID on phones and things of that nature, but BBAI seems to actually have it down to the point where at this stage of their business, they have the product down. It's more about just marketing and actually securing those contracts, which I think they're probably going to be able to do pretty soon here. So I really like BBAI. I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time. I think that this is a stock that you can probably get in and feel pretty confident that it's going to go up. While it is negative, it does have a negative PE ratio, and the stock price is below $10. I'm not worried about either of those. This is one that has high growth potential. There's a lot of things that they're doing right on their balance sheet. You can look at that deeper if you want. I was going to pull that up this video, but I don't think there's a need for it. This company is making money. Their strategic partnership with Palantir, just let's look at Palantir again one more time just for the sake of seeing how great of a company they are that they're partnering with. The strategic partnership is strategic for both of them. Palantir isn't doing BBAI a favor. BBAI isn't doing them a favor. It's business. They're both trying to make money. $440 billion market cap on Palantir, and BBAI has its market cap has risen, in the past couple of weeks, couple of months. It's definitely risen. We see the past 3 months they're down 5% actually, but past month they're up 54. So some noise is coming on this stock. I think that now is still a good time to get in. Like I always say, you can't be scared to invest at a stock at an all-time high, which this one isn't even at an all-time high. But I wouldn't bet on it dropping again. I don't see a big drop in this stock's near future. And if it does, then you have to be happy dollar cost averaging down. You can't be upset that the stock dropped. You got to be happy. There's always more stock to buy when it's lower, but there's not when it's higher. So if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. BBAI, not an expensive stock, but it's still $7.51 to get a share. It's free to buy a share of me. So please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Daily uploads. See you tomorrow. Peace.